Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the SB back with NFL Week 4. As always, I'm your boy Prime Source. Was good.
Good morning, Vietcong. I'm back.
How
What's
you
up?
feeling?
Feeling all right, man. Feeling all right. Yeah, feeling all right, man. It's been an eventful week. It's been an eventful week
For sure.
Good. Lot going on.
Yeah, man. I found out that a guy. It's just us. So I found out that a guy, the head writer of Rock the Bells, is from Richmond,
Now,
bro.
come on, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I talked to him the other day. Look, short story, nobody cares again, but I'm gonna tell you the story real quick. So, I'd be like, yo, I want to get on Rock the Bells. I would love to be on Rock the Bells. I would love some type of connection, affiliation with Rock the Bells.
Yeah.
I said it the other day. As for some reason, I went to Facebook at some point, right?
hmm
Well, probably to the SBP. That's the reason. But I went to Facebook. They give you the people you may know.
Yeah.
This dude pops up. I see his name. It says Rock the Bells. And I'm like, why would he pop up on my screen? Click on his name. I'm like, oh, my man, DJ Mordecai is friends with this guy, along with multiple people from Richmond. I was like,
Right.
I text Mordecai. I'm like, yo, blah, blah, blah. He's like, yeah, yeah, he's from here. And he tells me some stuff about it. I'm like, what? How? Here's my thing, Prime. How do people, and again, nobody cares about your stuff. Like you, me, nobody else really cares for real
hmm
unless they're involved in it. That's just what it is.
That's true.
So now, still in my mind, I'm like, well, why would it not connect that I want to get on Rock the Bells and you know this guy and other people know this guy? Why would no one just say, hey, Source, we know this guy? It's not even that. We have a conversation. He gives me the guy's phone number. I'm like, I don't like texting people that I don't know out the blue. Like he didn't expect no text from me. I go live later that same day for like 30 minutes. And I didn't even mention the person's name. I just was like, yeah, I was talking to my guy. I ran across this guy from Rock the Bells, blah, blah, blah. Somebody, actually Doom the Wiz, who was on the Beat Cypher show, he says, are you talking about blah, blah, blah? I was like, yeah. He's like, yo, I know him. I'm like, what is happening right now? What is happening? I didn't ask him. I told Doom I wanted to talk to the guy.
hmm
Doom messages him, books him for the show. He's like, oh, well, he'll be on next Wednesday, so the 8th.
Right.
I'm like, okay. I mean, I wasn't really worried about him coming on the show. Cool, that's great. This guy is the head writer for Rocket Bells.
Woo.
He's the Minister of Information for Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five.
Woo.
He's on the board of the Universal Hip Hop Museum that I went to in the Bronx a couple years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
He's the historian for the DC Museum.
Mm.
I'm like, what is it? He was on 2020 talking about Diddy. I'm like, what did I miss? What did I miss? So I after Doom said he was official for the 8th, I was like, all right, God, I guess God is putting all the stuff in front of me in the same time frame for a reason. So I'm just gonna text him. And what are you gonna do? Like, I ain't
Right.
talking to nobody. Just text me out the blue. Who are you? So I text him. He responds. Text him again. He responds. We're supposed to have a conversation before he comes on the show. I haven't even gotten to the pitching because I want to at least. I don't want him to be like, oh, well, you just text me because you want something. Honestly, I didn't even know you existed in this space, like in this area. So there's a lot of things we're gonna talk about, hopefully. But yeah, it's crazy, crazy. So, you know, fingers crossed. I guess I don't know, but
That's dope.
we're gonna
Nice.
see, man. We're gonna see.
When you put in the work, there it is.
Right.
Pray on
Nice.
it.
Nice. Welcome
Yeah.
back, Didge. How you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling good. It has been a busy week on my end. I'm trying to learn a new coding language. So that's hell.
Oh.
That's been my week for so much. So, but it's been good.
That's all right. Joe, well, my man, what's good?
What's up? I'm back.
I am still. Is there ever going to be an episode where you have on a whole shirt? Will there ever be an episode where you have sleeves? I'm curious.
Once it gets colder, I'll think about it.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
Now, I feel like I've definitely streamed with you in the winter, and it's like you still had on just that because you're inside.
That's fair. Once in a blue, I'll wear a hoodie or something. Yeah.
And what's good, brother, with the comments, man? We appreciate you as always, no doubt. Y'all got a big one today, bro. We're gonna talk about that.
Congrats on that IT cert.
Yeah.
Hopefully that goes well. Those are also not fun.
Yeah, that's that guy. His Chiefs got a big one today, so we're gonna definitely get into that one for sure. And yeah, my end, nothing to speak about. Nothing too crazy. So y'all probably all definitely had more interesting weeks than what I had, whether it was good or bad. It was just a week. I mean, so not much. I mean, it's been a down week. My Seminoles lost.
Ooh, that was a heartbreaker.
Yeah, I didn't see your message till later, and I was like, about should I went to the game? I know you sent it early in the game, and
yeah.
I honestly did not make a decision until like the last minute. I mean, I was contemplating. I was really thinking about not going for a lot of reasons, but
right.
I definitely put the stamp on it early that day, and I was glad I didn't.
Well, like it was so back and forth. Like I said, when I sent that message, it was right when the Castellanos, that's our quarterback, right?
Yeah.
When he threw that touchdown at the end of the fourth, because that was such a great pass, and I was like, dang, I know Prime got to be watching this. Like, ooh, I wish I was there. And like I said, I was just fully expecting that y'all was gonna win it in overtime, so I didn't even think about waiting until the end of the game to see how it shook out. But then watching overtime, I definitely was thinking like, maybe it is a good thing he didn't go. Maybe.
Man, shout out. Source is a FSU football fan too.
Ooh.
Yeah. Shout out to UVA, and more importantly, their offensive coordinator. Because man, when he was dialing, like it was textbook. Like, I'm just going to react to everything they react to. So I'm going to stay in this offense. I'm gonna run a lot of underneaths and shorts, cross. They try to adapt to it, and once they adapt to it, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna hand the ball off, because they're gonna have people on the edges. I'm gonna go up, Then then they put a man in the middle. When the FSU puts a man in the middle, then we just gonna string that thing off tackle to the outside. Like, he was reacting to everything Florida State tried to adjust to defensively, and I had to take my hat off. I was like, this is a masterpiece. Like, it was a masterpiece of a offensive game plan, and it wasn't a lot of hate on my end, because I'm for people all the time. I got love for UVA. I actually was a UVA fan as a young kid before I really latched on to Florida State. You know what I'm saying? So usually I root for UVA. Even when they played Tech, like me and my cousin used to get into it all the time because he was a diehard Tech fan. I got nothing against Tech. I got love for Tech too, but I jumped on UVA first.
Right.
So we would go in. So I pretty much root for UVA just about all the time, unless they playing for Florida State, against Florida State. So
no, yeah, I get that. I mean, obviously I root for the Badgers all the time. Just it's home state. It's the home state school, so you root for them. So I definitely understand that. Morris was out there. That helped them a lot. Having a quarterback who could play with no fear, and it felt like the entire time he played with no fear, like he was just doing stuff, whether it worked out in their benefit or not. Because I think he threw like 3 or 4 picks, but he was throwing the ball. He was running, jumping into people. Like he played with zero fear, and that was, you could tell that was what was probably the win.
Yeah, I say this, so I don't know how many UVA games you've seen this year, or how much you watched this one, but I had to give a shout out to Chester kid. A lot of kids on that team, of course, just like Tech as well, as from around here. But I had to give a shout out to the kid Ethan Mena, playing safety for UVA. So if you remember him, right? You remember him? You remember who he is? He's a white kid. He was out there balling, man. He used to be. You probably recognize the name. He was a quarterback a couple of years ago at Thomas Dale. It was all Metro, all State.
What was his name?
Ethan Mentor.
Oh yeah, Tony's son. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Yep. That's him. Yeah. Yep. His son. You know, he converted from quarterback to safety. So he started as safety for UVA. He was flying all over the place, man.
I did not realize that.
Yep. I mean, I've seen UVA 3 times this year, well, 2.5, I should say, and he's playing well, man. Shout out to all the other kids too, but I give a shout out to him. I know, Coach Sal. Sal with GA, he had his hands all over him too while he went over to Dale, and then before Sal came back to Bird. But yeah,
his dad and I went to elementary school together. He was on my first organized basketball team I played on.
Shout out, man. Shout out. But nevertheless, leaving college football, I will say a plus for Florida State was that Alabama beat Georgia last night. If we're just talking about it, rankings and prestige, when we get down to the nitty gritty at the end, we have to still be hanging around there for something big, maybe the playoffs or something like that. You start taking the wins into consideration because I think Georgia came in with rank number 5, I believe, last night. So
yeah,
we got a long way to go. We got a big one Saturday night against the U. Miami. They play Miami Saturday night. So
roast beef.
That's the game I'm waiting for. That's Miami is my school. I like me some Miami.
Yep, so, like Castellano said, maybe we got our butt kicked at the right time, bro. Maybe we got our butt kicked at the right time. So we'll see. But with a 17 beats of 5 last night, I'll take it, especially after somebody that we already beat. So the team that was the team that we already beat. So we right. Go down with that. So as I say this too, it's going to be a good day as we get into this NFL. Because you were talking hip hop earlier. Today would be the 32nd, believe it or not, anniversary of one of you and I's most favorite tracks. We were just talking about it recently, like about 2 weeks ago, I think.
1993. How many MCs? Is it Black Moon?
Huh?
Black Moon?
I say this on this, we will both agree there was a non-negotiable that song had to stay on. It was going to
from 93.
Yeah.
Dang. Oh, 93 too. So is Mischief.
Yeah. Yep. So is a Mischief. 32 days today, baby. 32 days. 32 years. I'm sorry. 32 years today.
Salute. So yeah, they went on that run. But last year.
Yep.
Actually, it was the year before when they went on their run on tour for their 30th anniversary of the album. So,
salute to those guys, man. But let's get into it, man. We got some interesting football action going on today. We got a couple of interesting discussions that we are going to have. And the first one, which I didn't intend for it to be the first one initially, but it's picked up so much heat and so much esteem, and several notable NFL players, analysts, everybody starting to chime in on this subject on different platforms. I felt like we need to get right into it. And what I wanted to talk about, for starters, is boy Russell Wilson, man. We can't escape it. We can't escape Russ. And there's been some questions about Russ's legacy now. Is it first of all, is he truly a Hall of Famer? And second of all, we're at the point now where folks are questioning whether or not Russ, his legacy is taking a hit. So based on a whole lot of factors, right? So this is very interesting. Didge, do you think, based on everything you've seen, especially recently since he's left the Seahawks, one, how do you feel about his Hall of Fame candidacy? And two, do you think his legacy is taking a hit, man?
So if you would have asked me this like 2 or 3 days ago, I would have said wholeheartedly, yeah, his Hall of Fame chances have taken a hit. His legacy is shot, all of that, because his post-Seattle days have looked crazy. But then in the Discord that I'm in, somebody was talking about his stats versus Matthew Stafford's stats versus Eli Manning's stats, and sort of the way that we talk about all three quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, Eli and Matthew Stafford have both thrown for more yards. They have less wins. They have more interceptions. They have They have a worse passer rating, and they don't have none of the rushing stats. And I've watched all three play, so I can say that I'm not just relying on stats for that.
Right.
They all have had moments where it's like you look like an elite quarterback, but then 2 or 3 weeks later, you don't look like you're an elite quarterback. Like you look like you should just be a middle of the road quarterback, blah, 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 all of that. And it is really interesting the way that we talk about Matthew Stafford and Eli Manning versus the way that we talk about Russell Wilson. I think what benefits Matt Stafford is his worst years were his early years. And like it feels like he sort of settled into himself, became more of a quote unquote elite quarterback as he got later in his career. Where Eli Manning, I would say his was more of like a roller coaster. He had like the rough years to start. Like he was sort of throwing the ball well, wasn't really showing the flashes of greatness. Then he had his great years. Obviously, his 2 best years came at the expense of my team. And then after that, he was sort of back to where he kind of started, where it's like he wasn't terrible, he wasn't great, he wasn't what I would call Hall of Fame worthy. Whereas Russell Wilson sort of started off great, had the highs in Seattle, and then just sort of went on a decline ever since. And it's tough for me to say that he's not a Hall of Fame quarterback, but I do understand the argument because those Seattle years were also buoyed by a legendary defense. So it's like, how much of that was Russell? How much of that was the benefit of having that defense? But the more and more I try to go into that, it feels like I'm trying to talk myself out of putting him into the Hall of Fame. So I kind of got to say, he's had a Hall of Fame career if you're looking at what Stafford and Manning did. And that's, of course, if you're putting Stafford and Manning in the Hall of Fame. So that's sort of where I landed.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny because I've heard both sides of the argument over the past couple of days, just in personal conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And people quick to throw up numbers at certain points, and some people think it's just as simple as, well, 2-1. I say, what are you talking about? We're talking about Super Bowl victories, and you're talking about Eli. You're talking about Russ only having 1 Super Bowl, and then then you can talk to somebody else, and you can talk to him and say, yeah, well, he was 1 pass away from possibly, 1 handoff away
mm-hmm.
from possibly having those same 2 Super Bowls. Then another guy that was in the conversation with me and another gentleman was saying, yeah, but he was the one that threw the interception, and then the other guy, well, you can't blame him, Pete Carroll. It's just so much. It's just so much. We're talking like how 1 play could definitely change somebody's perspective on whether or not somebody is a Hall of Famer or not. And he was just that. He's just, we're talking, literally what, a yard, inches, like it's crazy. It's a crazy thing, man. Joel, he played for your boys here recently, man. He's playing for your boys recently. He just ain't. I don't think he's gonna play today. We're not anticipating him playing today, but he can back in there. What do you feel on him overall? Has his legacy taken a hit since Seattle or after the success in Seattle? And you think he'll Hall of Fame boy?
Not for me. I don't really hold your latter years against you. It happens to a lot of them. Not everybody could be Tom Brady. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you get to a point where you age out and you can't be as good as you used to be, and not athletic and as aware, and your body just can't do what it used to do. And after now seeing him in the last 3 games or so, he does look limited. Not that he can't throw, because obviously he lit up Dallas, but that does not mean he's not limited in his game, that he can always do certain things, at this age, and probably needs a better group around him to make him look even better. And that's now at his age, and he's keep moving around because he doesn't feel like he's done. But I don't think that takes away all the good he did in Seattle. Still winning the Super Bowl at the end of the day, and still having the numbers. And like what Didra's saying, and comparing them to Stafford and Eli, who I do believe will be Hall of Famers. So it would be weird to not statistically have them there and not have Russ. So that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Yeah, you talking about statistically, and agree. A lot of things get lost in the mix with Russell Wilson. Through his first 9 years, there's no quarterback, that had more. Was it more yards than he had? I believe I saw that somewhere. Well, he had more wins actually, more wins than any other quarterback in their first 9 years.
He still has more wins than Eli and Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
So it's like if we're going just straight off winning, and I'm sorry to cut you off, that's there. So.
Yeah, I mean, like he also had a great defense with him too.
Oh yeah, of course.
For a longer period of time, Stafford got traded eventually, and then won his Super Bowl. And then Eli had his good years, and then had his shitty years. But mainly, he also had a shitty team around him during those years too. Mm-hmm. So it is what it is. But I'm not taking anything away from Russ. Russ should still get there.
Source, what's up, bro? What you think?
Man, So Russell Wilson is from the 804. I have no allegiance to Russell Wilson being from the 804. Like that has nothing to do with my thoughts on Russell Wilson. He did play in the flag football league that I played in, though. I'm just saying he did. Look, after his last bowl game, before the draft, I was like, is this man crazy? He must be crazy. Yes. 100%. But anyway, I think the Russell Wilson hate train is off the rails. That joint's crazy. The hate that Russell Wilson gets is outrageous. And I'm saying hate because it's across the board. It's on the field. It's off the field. It's family life. It's play. As if the man in a 10-time Pro Bowler. The man been to the Pro Bowl 10 times.
He has an All-Pro. Eli and Stafford don't.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Also, Pete Carroll made the right decision and the wrong call. I'm saying it again. I'm gonna keep saying it. Pete made the right decision and the wrong call.
I love the decision.
Yeah, they had one timeout.
Bad idea.
The pitch. No, I'm sorry. One time out. I know you love the decision for the outcome, but they had one time out. If they got stopped on the run, they would have been rushing. If they throw first, it's incomplete.
Yeah.
They still have the timeout and the clock stops. They can do what they want to do at that point. It just turned out worst case scenario is what actually happened. But throwing to the inside was like lunacy. I don't know why they would throw to the inside.
Yeah.
Anyway, has Russ done enough? If the Hall of Fame was really the Hall of Fame, like it used to be, I think, then I would be okay with Russ not being in the Hall of Fame because it would be the greatest of the greats.
Yeah.
It's so open now. It's like the Hall of Very Good, as some people say. And Russ is very good. Like, you can't take that away from him. I don't care if he throws 20 interceptions in the next 10 weeks, even though he's not playing. I don't care if he throws 20 interceptions in the next 10 weeks. You can't take away from what he's already done.
Right.
Nobody took away from anybody. Like, I was about to say Joe Namath, but any other quarterback in their latter years and going downhill and switching organizations.
Right.
Denver was just a terrible, terrible thing. Like, that was just terrible. Not that we can't count it, but it was a terrible combination. Pittsburgh, he wasn't even bad. I'm confused. I'm confused because then people were good with Russ, even without Russ. And then they fell off at the end of the year and they lost the playoff game bad. That's it. He wasn't terrible. Like, he led the team to a solid record, especially for the most part of the year.
Pittsburgh has that record like every year. I feel like for the past 10 years anyway. So it's like he led them to what they always do. Like,
he didn't take them downhill. That's all I'm saying. He didn't take them down. And they lost to Baltimore, right? It was Baltimore that they played.
Yeah, for the third time.
Yeah, I mean, expected, I guess, right? Either way, Russ gets a lot of dislike for whatever reason, and it's over the top. And I'm sure that 80% of the NFL quarterbacks wish they could have a career. Probably 90% wish they could have a career like Russell Wilson, whether it falls off the rails or not. And even if going off the rails, it hasn't gone off the rails that crazy. I mean, this week 3. I mean, we're in week 3, and it's the Giants. Like, meanwhile, Saquon's got a ring. Daniel Jones is 3-0. Like, what are we? It's the Giants, bro. Like,
Relax.
we're not counting this. This ain't real. This is expected.
Yeah, they very interesting. So most of this conversation started, I think, with Tony Gonzalez first, and Tony Gonzalez is basically saying, I don't think he's done himself any favors since he left Seattle, and how is it going to get better? I just
Richard
don't
Sherman
know.
definitely is fanning the flames of it.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
a lot of it, I'm just curious if he's just not, like, if they just don't like him. Like, it feels like
I don't think he really likes Russ. I don't.
I feel like he's just not. Maybe a lot of people just really don't like him as a person, and that's how this conversation exploded. Where it's like, yeah, it's time we can jump on him because I don't like this guy. Let's dunk on him now, and it's getting weird.
I don't think Richard Sherman said anything that was crazy though. Like, I don't think he said anything that was unfair, to be honest, for the most part.
Didn't. I don't think he liked him though.
No, yeah,
I don't think he liked him either.
I don't think Cam Chancellor, and I don't think none of the people really like Russ like Tom.
Man, okay. You know what? I'm gonna ask one of those DBs from the Legion of Boom. I'm gonna hit him up on Instagram and see. Did you like Russ? Brandon Brown? Yeah.
Yeah. What did Sherman came in and says he agreed with Gonzalez, and he says he was I don't think we can judge his career off of when the Legion of Boom was there, but he had a legendary defense, an all-time defense, and how much success he had. And then without that legendary defense, what has he done? Pretty much that's what he said. So that's a true statement too.
And it's not an unfair statement.
Right.
I
think that it's not like the teams were that though. Like, it's not like the other teams have been. Seattle was an elite team, right?
But it's not like we also haven't seen how much a defense can take any quarterback.
Say it, dude.
Like, are we forgetting the Trent Dilfer? Like, the man has a ring.
Really did. That's what we're going to. Come on, man, say it.
Because that's
say it. Dude.
No, I'm not. There's no because
Brad Johnson too.
What do you want me to say?
I want you to say Tom Brady and the Patriots defense.
early years, of course. Early years.
Okay, well, that's all I want. That's all.
Early years, of course. But I'm saying Trent Dilfer has his sole ring off of that, and we've seen
100%.
We've seen what good quarterbacks in an elite defense can do, and they look a lot better than elite defense and a terrible quarterback. And we've seen when a team looks like they're dominating on all sides of the ball, and those years in Seattle, especially that Super Bowl against Denver,
they beat the brakes off.
That wasn't only defense. Like, I think they put up like 50 points. Like, that wasn't only defense.
Yeah, 40.
43-8 or something like that.
Okay.
43-10, something like that.
It's close enough.
Right. Mm-hmm. Within a touchdown.
Yeah, I think that makes what I said unfair too, because I used to like that team. You mentioned Trent Dilfer, and I always quick to throw in like Brad Johnson and them, but I do remember though, Tampa's offense wasn't horrible. That defense was the key. But when you had, Pittman was doing work, and you had receivers, Keyshawn on the outside, that offense was serviceable.
All Trent Dilfer had to give us 13. All he needed was 13 points.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold. I don't remember that Tampa offense though.
They
remember that defense.
That Tampa offense wasn't a horrible offense.
Okay.
They weren't, as Source was talking about. Yeah, it might have been games you might have to just hold somebody to 13 whatever, but the defense was scary good, but that offense could play. I mean, they had those receivers and stuff they could play. So. All-Star. That's
the only person in the offense I remember.
Michael Pittman was a decent running back then. He wasn't top 5, but he was decent.
Fair.
No, they were good. They put up some points in that Super Bowl too. They scored 49.
Yeah, they put up. I just looked. They had 48. Yeah, I just.
Yeah, the offense did some of that work, bro.
Yeah, at least 2 of those touchdowns were defensive, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But the fact remains, I agree.
Yeah, but it was just interesting, these conversations. And what's going to be more interesting to see if anybody else from those Seattle teams ever spoke up. Have you guys ever heard Beast Mode ever speak up about Russ?
I haven't.
I felt like Beast Mode ain't like Russ, or didn't love. Maybe he didn't love Russ. I could be mixing him up with somebody though.
Right. I don't know that he hasn't. I just, usually when Marshawn Lynch says something, he's gonna say something that you're not gonna forget, whether it's like good or bad. But I haven't heard him either come to the defense of Russ or not come to the defense. I don't know over the years, even before this conversation when people were talking about it, so.
Apparently he talked about it on Shannon Sharp podcast, and he said, and this is the quote: "I didn't fuck with Pete Carroll. Russell Wilson was just a quarterback for me," and that's sort of that's all I got from this screen grab.
That's what it was.
It sounded like he's just like hey, he was in there. He said, "Oh, it goes on to say, I'll take Russ and I'll put him at quarterback and I'll rock with him because I've done it." But he can't pick. He said he can't pick up the phone and call him or nothing. It wasn't. It don't sound like they had a actual relationship. They was just coworkers.
Right. And I'm sure there's a lot of. Marshawn will be Marshawn.
Right.
I don't feel like Marshawn probably in any given moment rock with a lot of people outside of family, but that's just watching a lot of his stuff, even outside of that's even like watching him, outside of football, man. Like he's been on what's my man with John Bar Rescue?
Yeah.
That job was hilarious,
That episode was so funny.
Yeah, man. And I've seen him on a couple other things and he's doing his thing. But that being said, I get it. And there's probably a lot of that around the NFL, but just that combination of Russ and his personality and what a lot of people seem to think about him, especially people who never played with him, Fred Taylor and all them, the way they talk. But it's interesting, man. It's interesting. I think Russ is a Hall of Famer. Regardless, I think he did enough. It would be nice, for one or two things happen. Somewhere during the end of this run here in his career, he finds some type of success one more time, or he goes home and just calls it a day. He got plenty of reasons to stay home. I don't mean, if I was married to Sierra, I'm staying home, bro. Forget football.
I got a ring. I think I'm
rich.
Good.
Man, I'm staying home.
Fair.
Look, I ain't trying to be funny, but who's your boy? Your boy Sean Alexander and his wife just had their 14th child.
14, bro.
I thought Phillip Rivers was doing a lot.
I'm shooting for at least 5 more, bro.
Like when I saw that headline, I was like, man, and I thought Phillip Rivers was doing a lot with having 11. Like he could have a full 7-on-7.
Yeah.
That's real.
Got a squad over there. So we're gonna see what happens with Russ from here on out. We'll see if he gets back in the game today. But I think a lot of that is going to be kind of contingent on the next guy. You guys just drafted a quarterback, Joel. We kind of talked about him early in the year, and that Jaxson Dart is getting the start. Dart to start. That's going to be that's the headline today.
Y'all did him no favors.
Didn't do him any favors at all. But Joel, how you feeling, man? What you think, bro?
It's a week earlier than I preferred. But this to me signals that they're on their last leg. To me, it was like Dable knows his job is on the line. He can't have another loss. Like that was disturbing what happened last week to watch. That end zone play, by the last one at the end of the game where he just threw it into the space.
The last 4 plays.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's the problem. Like, he didn't even try to throw it near somebody. I'm like, what was the plan there?
I wonder if he thought it was like he had another down, because it almost felt like he was.
When I first saw that, I thought about that too.
It felt like he was like, all right, I just don't want to take a sack here. I'm gonna get. This is the next. We living for fourth down, and I think he forgot that it was fourth down.
That man said, "Y'all ain't gonna put this turnover on me."
That's it. Yeah. That cost him his job though, because at the end of the day, that was one of those moments where, like, it almost felt similar to that one play with Joe Judge, and he didn't want to. I forgot what he tried to do. Instead of going for it, I think he punted it instead of going for it on like one. like there was like it's just one of those things where like that's it, your time is done. You cannot go farther than this. And he's like I can't go through this again, so I'm gonna go with the kid that I wanted, and he's putting it all on the line. If it doesn't work, he's done. Period. And honestly, I don't even think that's gonna save him. Unless this kid can take you to the playoffs, you're done. Like I don't think his job is safe regardless. But his job shouldn't be just him. It should be him and Joe Shane. I think both of them should be gone together. I don't think they should keep one of the. I didn't like that idea of that during the summer either. So I'm like, if we're gonna keep Joe and keep Brian, I was fine with that. To keep them together. But if you fire one, you gotta fire the other. That's how I felt.
They got a package deal.
That's a package deal for me. I think we got to start anew. This obviously it worked the first year. It's not working. It hasn't worked ever since. But regarding Jaxson, I don't know. I mean, a lot of it's a crapshoot. I have no idea. I mean, he looked good in preseason, but that was preseason, Mm-hmm. That is a different game out there. Cam Scatterbones look really good so far. I mean, hopefully that can continue today. As long as like Andrew Thomas is back and healthy, that should help. The line looks better when he is out there. He should have some time to throw. They're not gonna. The offense might look completely different today, or this afternoon, with Jaxson out there. And I look forward to seeing what they try, because they've been very uncreative with the offense with Russ out there. It's basically just deep ball or dump it out, and it's just been very basic for some reason. And it's just I just need to see life again. And look, they've played. The games haven't been blowouts for the most part. They've been in a lot of these games, and it's just like
they have.
It's just the offense either doesn't work or it does. So far, it's only been 3 games, so it's really not worked more than it has. But I don't know. I'm excited to see him play, but I'm nervous to see him play. If that makes sense. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm excited just because it's something new, but I don't know what I'm going to see. Right now, it's like I'm not going to be too upset because it's a rookie quarterback going up against an undefeated team who looks hot right now. So like I just hope for the best at this point.
Yeah, Dej mentioned they didn't do him any favors for real. That child has been playing, smoking.
That's why I was hoping for like next week. When we went in the beginning of the year, I was like, at earliest, the Saints game. If we're not doing well, it's worse. So like, you know what I mean? Like
that would have been perfect.
Yeah, that is crazy. Hey, Dej, you got the schedule up there? What are they looking like the next couple of games? I know it's pretty tough, man.
So yeah, let me pull it up real quick.
I know I'm jumping the gun because I mean I don't know, they didn't pull the trigger and put Russ back in there if this don't go right, but
that'd be crazy.
I think he would have to. For me, he would have to. Today would have to be a total disaster.
Oh yeah, this is the and I remember us talking about this now. So obviously today's the Chargers. Next week was the Saints, the game that Joel was wanting. Then that's the rough stretch where it's Eagles, Broncos, Eagles, 49ers.
Come on, dog.
Like that's a rough stretch.
You man, no disrespect to your Eagles source, but if he's a quarterback by the time they get to the Broncos, I don't even know if I want, man. That Broncos defense, especially that secondary, been lightning. Like you putting him out there against that.
It don't get much better after that because it's like, yeah, they have a week rest with like going against the Bears. Who knows what type of Bears team you finna see? But then they go Packers and Lions right after that.
Good Lord.
So you got two.
Man, that's crazy.
That's what they didn't do him. And granted, the schedule was just difficult all around. So I don't know any moment where you could have put him in and felt comfortable, but it's tough to say that this was the time to do it. Like if you were thinking, all right, we're gonna have to trial by fire, you might as well have had him start from the beginning of the year. Then at least you could have had some warm up games before you start getting into the meat of the schedule where it's super difficult. Yes. But it's like throwing him in against the Chargers team that's playing as good as anyone right now, and then having to go that gauntlet of Eagles, Broncos, 49ers, and then Bears, Packers, Lions. That's not. that's where your schedule is like the most hellish. And I'm sorry, Joel. I know it feels like we're just reinforcing the hell that you have to go through. But
I knew it was hell from the beginning of the year. So I mean, I don't care what quarterback it was. You can throw James out there. It's so bad. You know?
I held back a shot because God is working on me. So I didn't even say anything. Gosh. But no, Jameis, hey, listen. At least you know Jameis going to take his shots. Jameis giveth and Jameis taketh away.
I mean, I'm sure he'll have his chance at some point this season.
I'm trying to get y'all to send that man to Dallas.
Jameis?
Yeah. Hey, I look, man. I told y'all before.
I can get Russ though.
Joe Milton, bro.
Yeah, I mean Russ is available if you want.
I'll take him too. Hey, look, man. You not if, but when Dak gets that joint that's gonna put him out for 6 weeks or something like that when that happens. It's gonna be bad with that, okay? Bro, Joe Milton got a cannon for an arm, and that's about it. Bro.
Hey, you know, look, we sent him to y'all. You know, y'all enjoy that.
I saw upside there. I guess it wasn't that.
I was happy to we got him at first though. Got legs, got arm, but that's where it stopped.
No IQ or the no football IQ.
Man, that man terrible, man.
Oh boy.
But yeah, man, I think I like Jaxson Dart too, man. I like him. I like a lot of his tools. I like his vision, man, especially over the middle. But you know, and hopefully, look, man, we sitting there talking about them playing the Chargers today and how lights out that defense. Man, anything can happen on a Sunday, man. Like Saturday night, on a Sunday. And I mean, maybe he comes out and performs well. I mean, maybe he performs well.
All I'm asking for, it's all I'm asking for, man.
One of those Eagles games is a Thursday night game, so both teams will be coming off short rest. So anything can happen.
The Giants have to win a couple games, and you know those intra-divisional joints are definitely going to be a possibility, you know.
Yeah.
Let me see if we
too much. Was that too much? Did I do too much?
I'm not right now. The betting odds for me is like, do we win a game before we fire the coach?
Hey, Caesar, don't be in the comments talking, man. Y'all mess. I'm telling you, y'all mess around and get tripped up today. I'm just saying.
Hey, Joel, y'all should have fired the coach after last season.
I wasn't against it. Again, I wasn't against it, but because they decided to keep Joe Shane, I was fine with keeping Brian one more year. Just one more year to see how it will play out. And
gotcha.
Again, this to me, his job on the line. That's why he's playing Jaxson Dart. That's it. You know, this is his final straw. He had no more cards to play, my guy.
At all.
Nope.
I mean, so maybe they get y'all going, Joel, because I'm sitting there, I was thinking, and I was looking over some things last night. I'm going to tell you what's interesting. So the Giants are 0-3, and as you mentioned, a couple of those games, they were right there. Yeah. But they've only scored, to this point, he's only scored 52 points on this season. Yeah. And there's only three teams that have scored less than that, right? Yeah. And that would be the Titans, the Falcons, and the Saints. So they all, they're all at the bottom right now.
I was gonna say, well, it was all most of it on one game. So
yeah. So yeah, that was. I didn't think about that, but that's crazy.
That's like what
you think about that. So maybe he gets some of those weapons going. I've been asking. We've seen some flashes from Wan'Dale Robinson, but where's these other guys? I told you, man, you couldn't have told me, like, even last year. I'm thinking your boy Hyatt about to be that dude, man. And pretty much it's like a 1.5 receiver show right now. Like,
basically
where I'm going. I mean, Malik Neighbors, Where I get Hakeem Nicks from? Golly. But
wow.
It was good. It was good.
Maybe Dart can open up some things in the other receivers. I think you guys got talented receivers. I really do. I
do too.
Plaxico Burr.
I like I said in a little bit. I mean, he's pretty good. Plaxico Burr. But yeah, I run the game. Well, I mean, we lost one of our guys last year with a shoulder injury. Tyrone Tracy got hurt. That was a hard hit. But yeah, I mean, can he rejuvenate and revigor the offense? Maybe. I mean, he's definitely. I think he's going to get more. I think they're going to get more creative. I 100% believe that.
Yeah. I was looking at something else too. Really got nothing to do with the Giants, but it does. When I was thinking about the points, 52 points. On the flip side of that, and we don't really have any Niners talk today, but the Niners have scored 7 more points, and they 3-0.
That's crazy. That defense, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy the way that you can win football games. They just need certain things clicking. The injuries that they've had has been crazy enough. Yeah. And they're 3-0. Even though I think Purdy's supposed to come back today. I think Purdy's going to play today, I believe. But they're 3-0, and they've only scored 7 more points than the Giants. Football is a crazy game, bro.
It is.
Football is a crazy game.
We love it.
Yeah, we'll see how Dart
and hate it at the same time sometimes.
That man.
True.
That is true, man. That is true. Guys, is there anything, at least one thing that's really surprised you so far through the first 3 weeks? That's crazy. Because I know it's one thing that definitely sticks out for me. And I'll just go ahead and tell you why you guys, figure it out. But you'd have never, if you'd have bet me about the Texans having a losing record right now, I'd have bet you, and you'd be rich right now. The Texans are 0-3, not 1-2. 0-3 right now, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And if there's maybe a silver lining, I won't say this is a silver lining because they might lose this. They played the 0-3 Titans today, so I'm very interested. I don't know when I've been this in 2 teams that were 0-3, right? But they're 0-3, dog. And I'm gonna tell you, source. Yeah. Keep this. I'm throwing out numbers about the Giants, right? About only the 52 points. Mm-hmm. This is where it gets even more mind-baffling. Mm-hmm. They're 0-3. Guess how many points they've given up per game?
I don't think a lot.
Dude, they're only giving up 12 points a game.
Oh, Jesus.
How are you 0-3 and only giving up 12 points a game?
Because the average less than that.
Because C.J. Stroud might have got crowned a little too early, it sounded like.
Yeah. And I was about to get into that. A lot of people had high hopes about C.J. Stroud, and in this last season and a half, I don't know. I gave him the benefit of the doubt because all the injuries, but man, whew.
I think they only scored 12 points a game actually.
I can look real quick.
And look it up.
Yeah, starting to look like that.
I think they give up 17 a game.
They're giving up 17.
17, which is not a lot.
No, they've only scored 12. I wrote it down. So they've only scored 12 again, but they're only scoring 12 with their offense, right?
Yeah, terrible.
But it's supposed to be a good quarterback, right?
That's the thing. Going back to the end of last season, was he a good quarterback? I'm pretty sure we had the conversation about C.J. Stroud not being, or not at least not looking like we thought in the previous season. Right. Like he was bad. Matter of fact, I know we did because he was bad a lot of the season.
Right.
And I pointed it out because he had, I think he had so many picks. Oh no, his passing percentages, like he'd be under 50% completions on multiple weeks. I remember we had the conversation about that last year, but yeah, I don't know if year one was fool's gold or what.
But still, And actually, I'm looking at my notes. I got it wrong, but still, because I got it written right over top of that. Still, they've only given up 20 points in one game.
Yeah, they like Source said, it's a little over 12 scored, little under
12 and
17.
a half, or something like that, right?
Yeah, a little under 17 probably that they've given up. So I don't know. It's interesting.
Interestingly bad.
Yeah. So you only averaging 12 and a half points a game, and you've given up 20 points. You've only the most points you've given up is 20, and that was in one game. Everything else has been less than that.
Yeah.
And we're talking about a team that didn't correct me if I'm wrong. They've won, didn't they? They've won the past 2 division titles, right? I believe so.
Yeah.
Texas.
Was it the last 2? I think the last 2. No, they won.
They had to win it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I can't think of who else would have won it other than them.
The last 2 years?
Yeah, 23 and 24 they won it.
It wasn't Jacksonville, yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
You got Nico back now. Nico scored twice this year. So I mean, but you wouldn't think as good as a back as Mixon is, but Mixon, they weren't actually running the ball that strong towards the end of the season last year either. But I don't know, man. I think it does say a lot about CJ Stroud, man. I don't know. And then they lose this game today to the Titans.
Mm.
And this team falls to 0-4.
Mm.
We're talking about your coach. We talking about your coach, Joel. I mean,
yeah, still,
bro.
Mm.
Don't look good for D'Amico, man. They can't do nothing with the quarterback right now.
That's their young quarterback. I mean, yeah. Who's their backup? Same dude, right? I forget his name.
Oh, I don't know who their backup
who their backup was this year.
Who was
Who is that backup?
I think it's the same guy that was starting before CJ got there. I forget his name.
Davis Mills?
Is it Davis Mills? Did he have a couple of starts for them? Right?
I think it's
still Davis Mills.
It is Davis Mills. That's their backup.
Mills.
So I just know he started.
I remember when they got Davis Mills, I think they really thought the guy they could groom in, like that was going to be a really good quarter. I remember that because there was a couple teams. I remember there were probably like 4 or 5 teams that they were talking about that actually had him on the draft board, and they were looking at him, and I guess that just never panned out. But man, what is Carson Wentz out here doing, bro? They got the Steelers out here looking like Super Bowl contenders for real.
Bro, I haven't watched 1 second of this game.
You ain't missing nothing, bro. Minnesota getting the brakes beat off.
It's terrible.
And Aaron Rodgers out here looking like top-notch Aaron Rodgers.
Looking like Aaron Rodgers.
Looking like Packers Aaron Rodgers. Before the last year.
Well, my what is it? What is the topic again? Surprises?
Surprises.
Yeah, surprises.
I guess it's a surprise. My surprise, I guess, I'll go with either Baltimore or Kansas City is going to be 1-3 after today.
That's going to be fun because that's what we're going to go into in a second. So that's going to be crazy.
That was going to be my surprise. Not necessarily that their scores or that their records. It's how bad Kansas City's offenses look. And you could say whether it's injuries and suspensions or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But their offense looks terrible. And to the point, like, Kelsey's dropping passes, letting them go into the defender's hands. Like,
hey, man,
it's
bad.
Even watching it, like, I'm not even going to let the stats talk about it. Just watching it, this doesn't look like the same offense as last year. And I think somebody was I think they were talking about it last week during the game where you literally, outside of Patrick Mahomes, you don't have an offensive weapon that you have to fear. Like Kelsey, you need to fear just from the sense of he's a big tight end, big receiving tight end, but with his hands being the way that they being right now, do you really need to fear that? So it's like we'll see what happens when Worthy gets back and Rasheed Rice gets back and stuff like that.
Worthy's coming back today.
Is he coming back today? Okay, I wasn't sure. So we'll today we'll know, but it don't feel like that offense is the same. And I'm curious if it's injuries or if they just genuinely took a step back.
I'm telling you, week 7 we're gonna have probably about week 9 we're gonna have a different conversation. I ain't saying they're gonna go crazy, but when the 3 receivers are gonna be out there with Kelsey,
and that's what I'm thinking.
It's gonna be a problem. It's going to be a problem.
Yeah. And I think it's gonna be more than the 3 because they're gonna have to. That kid, I'm telling you, that kid Tyquan Thornton.
That's the 3rd.
A couple of weeks. Yeah. Let me tell you, somebody ain't want him. They want him, and they like him. If you can line up those 3, and we're not even just talking about. I mean, you can bring Juju in for a big first down get. I mean, Juju. You can say what you want to do about Juju, but Juju wants to be 3 catches in the game. 2 of them might extend the drive. You know what I'm saying?
True.
But those 3, if I'm gonna tell you this, forget Hollywood Brown. You fall into like 4 or 5 for me now.
Right.
It's like, Tyquan Thornton. These guys come back. Tyquan Thornton is my number 3 receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Rasheed Rice is 1. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to the dude that got me the SBP, helped me get that SBP FanDuel win as well last week. I know some of y'all in the comments saying y'all mad right now, but it's what it is. Yeah. He was good for the money, so he helped me get over that hump last night.
Can't be mad at that, Brian. I'm not mad at it.
Plus, I had to get it because the brothers is mad at Cheryl Parker out here handling business in the FanDuel. So Cliff was messing with it the other day, but Cheryl may be. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna make a bold statement, sir. Cheryl Parker, when it comes to FanDuel, she top 5, bro.
Word.
History. Go back the last couple of years. She's always right around in that for the winning. Whether it's 2 or 3 in the pot, it don't matter. She's always there. She was strong last week too, but I don't know what it is. I can't figure out what her strategy is, but she's there every time. But I had to get that thing, and this was even without any points from CD Lamb last night. I got busy last week.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So, no doubt. And I also want to give a quick shout out to all the ladies in the SBP. I didn't tell you, Source, that we have at least 3 competing in the leagues. Well, at least in the free leagues, but they're in the leagues this year. So then we got Gina Song, Jeannie Eason is one, and somebody else is in it. But I want to give a shout out to everybody that's out there participating, getting busy.
That's what's up.
So
shout out to the ladies always.
Hey, Diz, we got to ask you, is anything you wanted to add to the surprises?
No, like I said, it was how bad Kansas City's offense is. That's it.
Joel, what about you?
No, not much. I mean,
much.
They're beatable. Obviously, I thought they watching them last week. I thought we did have a chance for a second, and then our offense decided to. Whatever, it is what it is.
All right, so let's do this then. Let's get into. Hey, I was just looking at something. Man, when I brought up this situation about the Texans, right? I don't know how I just ran across this. It says that the Titans have lost 17 of their last 20 games.
Oof.
Dating back to 2024. Man, if D'Amico lose today,
he might not. He might not. Is it a home game?
Yep.
They might leave him at the stadium and be like, "Yo, start packing up tonight."
We got them many black coaches in the league, man. Let us pray.
I'm hoping, but they lose today. They might be, hey, start packing. We'll let you get a head start on it.
Dang.
You better get if Stroud can't help him out, Nico can't get going. But Nico's he got 2 touchdowns this season. But maybe they can get a flashback from Chubb before the injury or something. I don't know. They need something today, bro.
They need something.
Whew. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this into the some of these games, man. And one of the big ones, of course, We just started talking about it. We have the Ravens taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, bro. And so you gotta ask. So source came in and tell you, so look, somebody's gonna be 1-4 when today
1-3.
1-3. I'm sorry, 1-3 when the day is over, when the game is over today, right? Who got the most at stake? Source, like who has the most at stake in this joint?
Oh, it's definitely Kansas City. Kansas City has the most at stake because they don't look good. At least Baltimore can find some positives from what they did. I will say it. I said it before. I'll say it again. Baltimore beat the brakes off Buffalo.
You gonna ride that?
When both teams were playing to win the game, Baltimore beat the brakes off Buffalo. That's what happened. It wasn't until Baltimore tried to let's shorten the game and get this thing over with that they started tricking. But yeah, definitely Kansas City because they haven't looked good. They haven't played well. They're at the crib, and they're not as good. Baltimore's still good. Like Baltimore's good. If we just talk about the best teams in the league, we're still going to mention Baltimore near the top, regardless of what their record is. Kansas City's starting to fall. I'm thinking, in a lot of people's eyes, Diz just mentioned how bad the offense looks, and he doesn't necessarily see a silver lining.
No, I said we'll see what happens when all the receivers come back. I did say that.
Yeah, that ain't no silver lining though.
That is a silver lining.
You ain't say, oh, they're gonna light it up. You say, we'll see, right?
That's fair. Okay.
Sure. I don't know how much I agree with that because let me tell you why. I agree with you. They're one of the most explosive offenses in the league. I'm gonna give you that. I don't know if it was you or might be one. Somebody was pretty high on the defense, and I said last week I was shaking my head. I don't think that defense is that good. It's not.
Yeah, that won't.
So it might be one, but it's not. And if we're looking how things are unfolding right now as we speak, and of course I know you're not watching the game. Pittsburgh still is about to be 3-1, bro. Still is about to be 3-1, and I understand it's the Pittsburgh Steelers. When I look at the rest of this division, ain't nobody worried about Cincinnati right now. With that quarterback situation. The Browns with a crazy win last week, but I mean, how far can they ride that defense? So it seems to me, even if the Ravens were to fall, if they were to fall to 1-3 today, I can see them, at least with their offense, I can see them getting out of that hole. Because I'm not relying on Pittsburgh and win 12 games this year. I'm not 12, 13 games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I think they would be fine. Kansas City, though, bro.
Well, yeah. So you are agreeing with him then, because he was saying Kansas City.
I'll agree with him on the decision, but as far as, well, I don't know if I'm agreeing with Source, to be honest with you on this one, right? Because
he's going to disagree with me, even if you agree with me.
It's 50-50 because if we go to the other side, I can look at it with Kansas City and say, hey, look, we've sort of seen this before, sort of. Now we all in agreement about the offense struggling a bit, but we feel like health is on the way, possibly some things are going to change up. But then you got the Chargers who are playing exceptionally well, and then we got a Denver team that's kind of down there. But the question still is, while we do agree that some help is coming for that offense, do we 100% know that's going to fix the problem?
Right.
Yeah. So I think the only thing I'm really disagreeing with is he's got more faith in Baltimore though right now than I do, even though that division is weaker.
Well, regardless of what happens today, Baltimore is going to finish top 2 in the division.
Right.
Kansas City loses. It's already like they're gonna fight to be third or second. Not saying they can't win the division, but they're gonna be in a fight regardless.
Right.
Baltimore doesn't have that fight. Baltimore will be with that jump these dudes that ain't gonna win games.
If they don't know how to play defense and they don't learn how to hold on to the football, we're gonna see where they're gonna be at in the next 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's real. Look, we know Derrick Henry is one of the most dynamic running backs in the game. If he's not the most dynamic, the man that fumbled 3 times already. 2 of them were super costly. That defense right now with the Ravens is trash. So in years past, folks will come back and tell me, the Ravens it's going to be a hard-fought game, but the Ravens got Lamar. They're going to do that. They're going to come back and even beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. I ain't as confident right now. I'm not confident, bro.
I want to play devil's advocate on that Ravens defense because the two teams that made that defense look silly are two of the 2 best offenses in the league.
But they're in the league, right?
They are. No, but I think, and this is why I think it does mean more to the Chiefs. It's more at stake for the Chiefs because when granted the Browns offense is obviously terrible. So on the same vein, when they went up against a team that most of the league isn't going to have offenses like the Bills and the Lions, right? Like those are upper echelon of the league. Those are cream of the crop offenses. Majority of the league are going to be a little bit better. I'm not going to say better than the Browns, but worse than the Ravens. We'll see how this defense plays today. I think that's where you're going to get your actual test. Where this isn't a terrible offense. They don't look good to the Chiefs standards, but they're still a serviceable offense. So we'll see how the defense plays today. I think this is your test for the defense. But more importantly, outside of that, there's nobody else in the Ravens division that is playing lights out like the Chargers are right now. And I think that's sort of why it's more at stake for the Chiefs, where it's the Chargers are rolling on all cylinders. They're already 3-0 in the division. The only 2 teams that have a win in the division for the AFC North are the Bengals, who we just said, their season's done. No matter what their record is right now, Browning ain't leading them to the promised land. So their season is done.
Sure.
And the Ravens.
That's coming, man.
Come on, man. Like we know that that's out.
Man might throw for 300 tomorrow.
He might. I mean, to be honest.
Not too, but yeah.
But then even still, the Ravens, their schedule is just a lot more favorable. Like we just talked about the Texans. That's who they play after the Chiefs. The Rams, that's going to be a tough game. But then they play Chicago, Minnesota, Miami, Cleveland, which is their next division game. So their next division game isn't until November. So their season is laid out for them to sort of get their bearings together, start trying to build momentum, where the Chiefs, their schedule is a lot more tough because Detroit's coming to town. Buffalo's still got to come to town. Denver, obviously, because Denver's in the division. Indianapolis looks really good this year. Who knows if they're fakers, if they're not. They still got to come to town. And it's just, it feels like there's more bumps in the roads that are possible for them versus the Ravens, where they can sort of still string together some wins, and those early season losses probably mean less because they can build up back to where the rest of the teams in their division probably are going to stumble. Like you said, the Steelers are really probably their only threat in the division right now, and we all anticipate that they're going to stumble and get to that same 9-8. Will the Chargers?
I just think it's a lot of. I'm going to be the only person to say this. To me, I think it's even. And that's my point. I think it's even. I mean, if you start throwing in numbers, I know people say we use numbers when it's convenient and when it's not convenient.
Oh no, I went schedule. I wanted only schedule.
Yeah, so you're looking at. So, what is Lamar's record against Patrick Mahomes? I think it's like I believe it's Mahomes is 5-1. I believe. Now I don't know if you might look that up.
I'm looking it up now.
I don't think he's. And I don't think he's ever won at Arrowhead since Mahomes has been there.
Yeah, 4-1 regular season, then 1-0 playoffs.
Okay. And he's never won at Arrowhead, I believe. Now he's got a favorable record. That's about everywhere else. I think everywhere he's played. I don't think he's what they said. He stays like 1-3 in Pittsburgh. I believe I saw that, and I think he's just like 0-1 like inside the Raiders stadium. But he's got a favorable record. He's got more wins and losses in every other stadium he's visited. Right. But this game is in Arrowhead, right?
Right.
I'm just saying, history not playing on this, not playing on, down on this side of this one. I think I know it sounds crazy. I think this game is as equally as important. I think both teams have the same amount at stake in this game, just based on if you're throwing numbers into it. I mean, numbers are real thing when you talk about Lamar Jackson. He can't. Every time we throw up numbers with Lamar Jackson, when it's something big, especially the playoffs. I know this is not the playoffs. It doesn't pan out well for him. It's always something.
No, that's very fair.
It's always something.
Like I said, I was just going strictly off. How would I feel about both teams if they lose today?
Right.
Like if the Chiefs go 1-3, their schedule
tougher.
It is. One is just like you said, it's just tougher. And I don't know how many wins I feel confident that they could string together based off of the product that I've seen as of now, because obviously we know that can change. But as of right now, how confident do I feel on the wins that they could string together versus that schedule versus the Ravens and what they could string together versus their schedule?
Fair enough. They even if I'm the Ravens, though, I don't know if I want to be 2 games behind the Steelers, even though I know I still got to play them twice.
Not at all. That part is correct. Both teams need to face this as like, look, this is early playoff needed game, because it is going to matter even for seeding, for home field and stuff like that anyway. But the Ravens defense just need to. That's what we really need to see. That's the game that I'm really interested in. That Ravens defense versus that Kansas City offense.
They got injured now too, right?
I didn't know about injuries.
Matabuke, I think he got hurt. Tackle.
Since 2018, since both became starting quarterbacks, one of them in 6 out of the last 7 years, one has been the number 1 seed in the AFC.
Ooh, they got 2 D tackles out. Matabuke out and Broderick Washington, both on IR. Ooh,
that hurts.
Yeah.
So last time the Ravens were 1-3 was back in 2015, and they missed the playoffs. And so Flacco was their quarterback back then. They finished 5-11, but I think that was the year they had a ton of injuries that year too. Like they went on a landslide. They ended the season. I think they had maybe almost 20 people on IR. I remember that year. Everybody was dropping. Terrell Suggs, was there. I think that's what Steve Smith was still there then too, right? I think he got hurt that year. I believe Steve Smith was still. He was a Raven 15. I believe so.
Mm-hmm. Coming back is a stretch from Minnesota there.
Oh.
I
know, but that was nice.
Oh, well, shoot, they down. Well, darn.
They could score. 24-14. Did they score?
No,
he stopped them just in front.
Right,
they're at the red zone.
Oh.
I was going to say, I had it open on a different tab, and I switched over to look up some stats.
Oh, wow. Nice stop. Bro, that was a nice.
The source I know you're not watching it. 3rd and goal for Minnesota. They're down 10. It's a little over 2 minutes left.
10 ain't too bad.
These are saying in the comments down 3 now, and I got it up on a different tab, and it's still they're showing replays. So I don't know what he saw.
He got something that might be ahead. I guess I don't know. So maybe they do score on 3rd down, maybe.
He had the game.
Right. Yeah. Mine is still showing replays, and I'm watching it through YouTube TV. They always behind though, so I'm not surprised.
They're going to 4th. So I got an NFL Network, so everybody go to 4th and go.
I got our football. They definitely delayed. So.
We all bad.
Yeah. That's why
if you're down by 10 points, you got 4th down and go from the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
With a little over 2 minutes left. Are you going for a field goal attempt, or are you going for the touchdown?
I'm going for the touchdown, and because I got Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, But Carson Wentz, my quarterback, though.
That's fair. I'm hoping that he turns the clock back for one play. That's all I need you to turn.
Here we go right here. And he scored a touchdown.
Whoa.
Was it to Justin Jefferson?
Oh, no.
It's not. Okay.
I
just thought, yeah.
Nailed
it. Damn it. I'm still on the other play.
I might have.
that behind.
Hey guys, I might have just jinxed the Pittsburgh Steelers. You think all this?
No, I don't care. You know,
2 minutes and 8 seconds. It's left, and it looks like, of course, Minnesota gonna have to kick off after that. Down by 3.
Dang, Caesar was how far behind that? Because I just saw that play. He said that like 10 minutes ago. It felt like.
What do you have? I want that.
If he's that far ahead, so it's a dude probably at the game.
Yeah.
But if he's that far ahead, then NFL Network really lagging because that's what I got to know.
Well, that's what I'm watching on YouTube TV, but it's also still NFL Network.
Yeah, that's true.
What kind of stream is YouTube doing?
Bootleg.
Seriously, they using Stream Me still.
That's why I turn off notifications because my shit's always delayed.
They on Dofu.
Right.
Guys, hey Joel, did you have any thoughts on who need this one more? I'm really Ravens. You leaning towards the Ravens or the Chiefs? I'm sorry, Chiefs need it more.
I do. I am leaning towards the Chiefs. For everything that was already explained out in detail by everyone else, definitely leaning towards the Chiefs needing a lot more than the Ravens do. Definitely got more of a safety blanket behind them.
Joel said the Giants needed more.
Yeah.
They need
we needed last week way more than they fucking needed one. All right.
All right.
For our morale.
Gonna be a great game. So let's pick it. So who you got?
Baltimore 27-24.
You got Baltimore 27-24. Joel, what you think?
I will say Baltimore. I don't know.
You've never picked a score. It's okay.
Cool. I tried last week. I'm just throwing shit out the wall. I'm like, Baltimore.
All right, Baltimore. All right. Didge.
Baltimore 21-17, and that kind of worries me that everybody's going Baltimore.
Prime ain't going Baltimore.
He might. I don't know what.
No, he's definitely not going Baltimore.
So you think you know me, don't you? I'm going with the Chiefs.
No.
Yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs to win this game 23-20.
Ooh, I had you saying 26-23. So,
hey, you know, I like that 26 for some odd reason. I'm going with the Chiefs. Ravens defense let them down again late in the game. They're gonna have a 3rd and 18, and Mahomes gonna scramble for 19.
Golly.
I know. Hey, I saw in the comments we were talking earlier. Man, Liddy was talking. I saw it too. There was questions about Chris Jones playing. So they say Chris Jones had flown out of state to attend the funeral of his aunt, but he's supposed to make it back before game time. So they definitely gonna need him.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep, he's supposed to make it in by game time. So we are going to see. Oh man, I ain't see this. Caesar said the reason. Come on, Caesar. Caesar said the reason that the people got to score in the time is because they got the Mexican cable.
I saw that.
Oh my God, man, Caesar, I'm not messing with you today, man.
Good. That's good.
I was trying not to comment on Caesar today, but that one right there, I couldn't let it go.
That was good, Caesar. That's a +1 for you, Caesar. from me.
Let it say, Never thought I'd see Mahomes have more rushing yards than Lamar so far. LOL, yeah. Look, Mahomes got more of everything than everybody on his squad, so like
for real.
I mean, I'd be willing to belt it right now. He probably top 3 in tackles the way he playing. He's like
that last week, yo.
Hey, he's doing everything. So we're gonna see. Let me see what we got here. Do y'all think that the recent loss to the Lions going to affect Lamar in a minute?
Nope.
It might affect Derrick Henry.
Yeah, he's going through it right now. It seems like.
I don't think it'll affect the team as a whole, but they definitely need. Hopefully, he's having somebody talk to him, because I feel like the 3 fumbles in 3 games might be like starting to affect him.
Yep.
You saw they say he was walking around practice with the football.
No, that's crazy.
Sleep with the football, eat breakfast with it. He knew he'd do all of that stuff.
He thought he was in the program, yo.
Hey, I was going to watch that again the other day, man. That defense needs to step up and get to Mahomes, though. They averaging about Ravens defense averaging about a sack a game. Yeah. So.
Meanwhile, that man got sacked 7 times. Was it 7 times last week?
Mm-hmm.
By the Giants?
No. Ravens.
Ravens. I was gonna say.
Yeah. They were.
I didn't know y'all was out here like
that. They were closing those lanes.
Yeah, like 7 close calls though, Dish.
Okay.
Very close.
You know how Lamar likes to step up, and then he find that seam that lane take off. Man, the Lions were coming at him. They were like had him almost like a blanket, a bubble, and then that lane he would normally step there was somebody standing in front of him. Like,
that Lions. No, that Lions, that line was crazy. I did watch
that. While you were already in the backfield, like it was crazy.
Wait, what time is this game? 4?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
They're the game of the week.
Got to be.
So I know that's the game of the week, guys. I definitely that's the game of the week, but it's not my favorite game.
Is it this one?
No, my favorite game is this right here.
That was my third choice.
This is my favorite game.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, man.
Who?
Daniel Jones and Matthew Stafford going at it. This is going to be good on so many levels. We got Jonathan Taylor, league's leading rusher. Then you flip to that Rams defense who was playing crazy. They played a crazy good game, honestly, against Philly, man. But
they're good.
They've only given up 1 rushing TD so far.
Ooh.
So you're on the other side of that. The Colts have only punted 1 time this season.
It's crazy.
The Colts are the least sacked team in the league right now. While the Rams are tied for the most sacked in the league with the Denver Broncos. Like, it's just so much. This is why this is my favorite football game, right? The teams Colts are not turning the ball over. Like, this is going to be crazy good, one way or the other. Joel, what you think about your boy Daniel Jones and the man? You think he'll win this game?
I think this is the true measuring stick for Daniel Jones and the Colts. That Rams defense is serious. I will say I still lean towards the Rams. They let me down last week. But aside from that, I think they were close. It was like I was like, what happened? I left and they were down. I'm like, what? Whatever. Point is, I can't have that happen again. I don't know if the Colts have enough to do that. Maybe they do. Maybe this is the year. This is what it solidified them, for me at least. And that they're legit. Daniel Jones is legit. You said he only got sacked 1 time this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's more than I think ever for him, because he's been sacked 5 times by now in New York. So good for him. Good for them. But yeah, Rams going
once a
Rams.
drive.
1 sack, 1 punt.
They've
Well-oiled machine is what they would call that.
This is going to be so good. Who you say you liking this?
I say I like the Rams in this, but I do believe this could legitimize the Colts' current run. They look good. They've been my surprise, if anything.
They are balling out. Didge.
I'm not sold on the Colts yet. I'm sold on Jonathan Taylor. Like, I don't know. I've watched their games, obviously, and I can't pick the Colts. I'm definitely going the Rams. I don't know a score in this one though. Like, that's the tough part. Let's go 30-27.
I like
sounds fun.
30-27. The Rams. Source.
I'm not mad at the idea of not trusting the Colts. It's probably more not trusting Daniel Jones, and I get that.
100%.
And Joel does as well.
What are you talking about?
Being that Vontae is questionable. I mean, I'm sure he'll play, but I think this is a proving grounds for the Colts, and I'm actually going to rock with the Colts in this one. I think the Colts are going to hand that rock off to Jonathan Taylor, and the same way we've seen him in past seasons, where he's behind the defense before you know it. I think he's going to be behind the defense a couple times today, and the Colts get out of here with a 31-24 victory.
I like it.
I got that Rams defense. I can't be that high. 31 seems high. A little lower.
Light you up.
You said 31?
31-24.
Man, I just don't know, because I actually do believe in the Colts, man. I do. They are doing it. They're playing so well on both sides of the football. I mean, if you're not punting, you haven't punted through 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can punt but one time. You come out, you're not turning the football over. Daniel Jones looks totally confident. And it's crazy. Your boy Wentz just tricked it up on the interception. 57 seconds left. But
dang, I have it up to the side and I just looked down, didn't see the interception.
Yep, trying to hit Naylor again and just threw it.
That's why you go for the kick.
With 57 seconds left.
I mean, they got the touchdown. I said they should have went for it.
Mm-hmm.
So this
too far.
So they kicking a field goal?
No, it's over.
No.
They had about a minute to change to go, and they had the football. The Vikings had the football. And the Wentz just threw an interception.
That was
trying to get it to Naylor on the out, to put him at around about the 40.
He was right there too.
Gotcha.
And that's the game.
Well,
but yeah, like I say, I like the Colts. The thing is, the Rams, after that heartbreaking loss last week, man, that was a heartbreaker because they were balling. I really actually thought they were going to win that game, and then the powers that be, you know the rest. Source had something to do with it.
The powers that be is crazy.
Source, see, y'all can tell. See, Source be knowing and meeting people. I think he met some people on the officiating crew. I don't know what happened last week, man. Like, somebody got to somebody in their ear and letting people rush up the middle. Like, I don't know. But anyway.
Dang.
This is it's gonna be tough. I think we get to see Puka eat. So I saw in the comments, I think it was my man Liddy said overtime right here. I'm gonna say this game gonna be a tie.
What?
This
they
game
might call this big back.
This game is gonna be 30-30.
Wow.
Yeah, Prime.
30-30 tie. That's how it's going.
It's crazy.
I don't know. We go see. I can't pick it, bro.
What are they calling?
I hope I saw that. I don't know if Higby's playing. I saw that both he and Devontae were on the questionable joint. So Stafford gonna need both of them. But
they reversed the play.
Oh, they did reverse it. Okay, I take it back. Well, Wentz got another shot.
What bubble?
And almost threw another pick.
Oh, he bobbled it.
Yeah,
he bobbled before he stepped out.
Oh my God. This is crazy. He almost.
Yeah, I think I'm about to jinx Pittsburgh. So see, I told you.
Dang, Brian.
That was crazy.
It's on the Steelers though. Flag. All right, y'all. Let's go to while this is unfolding. What we got up next? Next game.
Oh boy.
Very interesting for a lot of reasons. I don't have a pick for this game, or a picture, I should say. But we got the 2-1 Washington Commanders taking on the 1-2 Atlanta Falcons. And look, man, I hate to say I told y'all so, but you remember last week somebody mentioned something about a team named Carolina. We were talking last week, and I said I ain't get sold that Carolina's that hard. And all they did was go out there and beat the brakes off Atlanta like 30-0.
Wait. Are we crediting all that to Carolina?
We're gonna credit that to me because I told y'all. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Credit it to me.
We're gonna credit that one to me. But anyway, so I know even you, my brother, didn't think that you gonna see no 30-0 game against Atlanta, not against Bijan and them.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. That was silly.
Yeah.
The saddest part is my one little lineup I had Michael Penix at quarterback.
We want Kirk. We want
Kirk.
Yeah, man. That's and Washington's interesting because they got the job done with Mariota back there, and they were looking like money last week. They ran those people out of the building. And, of course, Mariota is getting his start. The former Atlanta Falcon, he played with Atlanta. That's what people seem to forget. So I think that this is a game where we want to try to see, if Atlanta can bounce back. Raheem Morris talking about he ain't worried about it. Games like that serve, give you clarity on some things and give you fuel. So that's what he said. They quoted him. He said after the game. So we're going to see if his words hold true. Man, hey, we talking about these coaches out here. Atlanta, if y'all don't win this thing, please don't go out and get destroyed. One of them don't look good, bro.
Did they have injuries or something last week? Like I didn't watch the game.
Yeah,
so it was just out of nowhere. I looked at the score and I was like, "What is going on here?"
A fair question.
Fair question. They are. Do you know we talking about Michael Penix? You guys realize that he hasn't thrown a touchdown to a tight end or a receiver this year?
What? No, I didn't know that.
Drake London, ain't nobody getting any, bro.
Nobody.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, so it's what you got for today for this one.
I got a whole bunch of foolishness. Then people stink. Washington got Mariota back that joint. I'm over Mariota. I'm over him. He did all right last week, but it can't continue. If it's gonna continue, it will continue with Atlanta after that performance last week. They were atrocious. But I think Atlanta will bounce back. Penix will bounce back, hand that rock off to Robinson a little bit more, and somebody block somebody. Atlanta with the dub, 24-17.
I like it.
Atlanta with the dub.
I like it. Dig, what you think?
Man, I had 24 in every game.
Atlanta, I still don't think that they're like, even without Daniels, Atlanta just not good enough. I'm gonna go Washington. I like that 24-17 score. Let me get that one too. Just flip it.
Okay.
Nice. What you got, Joel?
I was high on Atlanta for a while there until last week. So
I think they were high last week.
I don't know. I don't know what to expect from them right now. I don't really trust them. Which is opposite of Washington, even though I don't really love Mariota, but he's suitable enough to get. He should be able to get through the team that gave up 30 and scored nothing last week. So with a good team around him, Washington looked good. So I will also go with Washington over Atlanta.
All right. Sports on this one. I like Atlanta today after an embarrassment, and what's going to happen is Penix is going to be stinking it up. My man Captain Kirk comes in and leads the winning drive. Kirk Cousins gets inserted, and ATL wins the 26-24. They go that 26. 26-24 for the Dirty Birds.
Kirk Cousins.
Magic City gonna be lit tonight, baby. Yes, sir. Word to Jermaine. All right. Yeah, y'all know he got a spec. No, man. Y'all ain't discuss that on this.
Lemon pepper.
There's a Magic City documentary coming. Jermaine.
Yep.
They got soundtrack and the whole nine. Shout
Hilarious.
out. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna go with the Dirty Birds. Next up, not of interest on this one. Well, a lot of reasons. We got the Eagles taking on Baker Mayfield. But they say 1-0 must go, 2-3-0 teams. And I'm going to tell y'all to stop disrespecting Baker Mayfield. That man got 6 touchdowns, no interceptions, and had 3 game-winning drives. Now, he's going to be without his boy today. No Mike Evans. But still, he's going to have to try to find a way to make it happen. Joel, what's going to happen in this thing today, man?
Well, the true Dirty Birds are going up against the Buccaneers.
I agree with that, too.
Is Baker playing? I heard he was dealing with some type of injury.
He said he hurt his hand. Baker, that's the thing to watch. Baker was super limited Wednesday and Thursday. They gave him a little bit of work Friday. But they've been real cautious about his hand. I think it was his hand.
Okay. I mean, if he's healthy, I think there's a chance Tampa could upset the Philadelphia Dirty Bird Eagles. I think there's a chance we can see that little bit of an upset. Buccaneers been playing well, but not to say the Eagles haven't, because they don't seem to lose. But we're gonna go. I'm gonna go Tampa Bay. No bias. I don't know what you're talking about.
Got them Bucs.
Sounds like a little bit of bias, but
no bias. I don't do bias.
Okay. I'm going Tampa Bay as well. 23-19. No, there's clearly no bias on mine. I don't care who wins this game. But I think the home field gives them just enough. I was looking and you were saying that Baker might be playing, might be hurt. They don't have him listed on any of the injury reports, so
that's a good sign.
They held him out, like I say, Wednesday, Thursday. Like I think no practice and very limited.
Oh, I forgot Mike Evans out. Fuck.
Yep.
I did know that.
Have faith in Baker, Joel.
I got you.
I think I was gonna say I think Ibuka and I think they got enough. Because it's also not like the Eagles offense is world breaking right now. Granted, they can.
Now you done messed everything up for all of us because you said that this would be breakout game of the year.
Look, if AJ Brown could have another great game, I'm happy. So look,
this will be the day. Look, the sources that this will be the day. That's because you said that. Barkley gonna rush for $175.
Maybe I'm doing that so maybe I'm doing that so Brown can get some play. Maybe there's a method to my madness, But no, I feel like this could really realistically go either way.
Yeah.
And the Eagles have had so many games that could go either way, break in their favor. The pendulum got to swing at some point.
Word to Todd Bowles. So you said 23-19?
Yeah, I just picked a random score,
All right. Source. I already know y'all winning. What y'all gonna do today, man? What's the deal?
I'm concerned about this game today, to be honest. I don't Tampa Bay always concerns me, and it's usually for good reason. Over the past 3 or so seasons, well, we can go back 4 seasons to the playoff game. If you want to count that, remember Jalen Hurts' first playoff game? Yeah, it was bad. Anyway, I'm going Eagles. If I didn't have the shirt on, I might pick Tampa Bay, but since I have the shirt on and the combination, no bias.
Sorry.
52 No, I'm just playing.
I was say that's a clear body.
That was the button right there.
That was the
27-19. 27-19 Eagles.
Okay. I could fully see that too. As long as two of those, as long as 12 of that 27 is touchdown passes to Brown, we good.
To AJ. Works for me.
I'm sure he would love that too.
I'll say this. I would 100% with pure confidence pick Tampa Bay to win if Mike Evans was playing. With pure confidence. I would even go, y'all would think I'm crazy. I would have Tampa Bay winning this game by 10 if Mike Evans was playing. That's how good I feel about this. The problem is Mike Evans ain't playing. All right. Now, the Bucs are getting Godwin back today. Now, I don't know how much he's going to play. They say he could be on account. So they're finally getting Chris Godwin for the first time this season. But my man, Egbuka, I think he's going to eat regardless.
Yep.
Monster.
This the Tez Johnson breakout game. That's what this is.
Yeah. Now I'm going to keep patting myself on the back because I told y'all about this kid too. Week one. Egbuka.
He did?
Yeah, so I think he finds a way to get busy. But the Bucs, I got the Bucs winning, just not by 10. I think this is another nail biter. Philly loves to play in the fourth quarter. Something's got to flip the other way at some point. So
not as long as the tush push is legal. It's not.
Yeah, that is true. Hopefully we don't fall into that scenario, right? Or maybe they use the Bucs using Bucky. I don't know.
That'll be a karma.
They flip it on them.
Yeah, they should do that.
So it says with confidence, like I don't think it ain't gonna work. It don't matter. 27-25.
27-25.
I'm taking the Bucs.
Got it.
And the very last one, I know everybody's going with this one, but Michael returns to Dallas tonight for Sunday night football. And I guess the first thing we need to ask, because I already know everybody's going to pick the Green Bay Packers. I'll still get the score. How many sacks for Micah Parsons tonight?
Gets that online? What's the record?
2.5.
I like that. I was going to say 2.
There you go.
Yeah, probably 2.
So you going with Source? You going with 2 sacks?
Yep.
I'm gonna go 3.
3, and you going 2.5, Joel?
Yeah, let's go 2.5.
Probably about to go 4.
Yeah, that's where I'm going. 4 sacks for Micah tonight. Source, give me a score.
Oh man, this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun game for somebody, not for you. Well,
I already got hurt Friday night. It can't hurt me no more this weekend.
That's true.
No.
I'm good. No.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go with Green Bay. They got to bounce back from that not so good showing against Cleveland last week. I'm gonna go Green Bay. Dallas stinks. Yes, 34.
Woo!
Dallas 17.
Ooh.
I like it, but I don't like it. But I like the score. Didge.
So y'all remember that wild card game where the Packers went into Jerry World and it was over by halftime?
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't even think about that one.
Remember it was 27-7 at halftime.
Don't remind me.
That was bad business, boy.
That was bad business. That was bad business. I'm going 27-7.
Oh.
27-7?
Yeah.
He's so disrespectful.
I was about to go to the final score. I didn't realize Dallas had got some garbage time points.
Yeah, Dallas was putting up some numbers at the end.
I see. I just remember the Packers scoring 48, and I was like, you know what? They angry. Dallas offense can't do much. The defense isn't the worst in the world, but they ain't got no pass rush. They could put up some points, but then I tempered myself. 48 is crazy.
48
So, well,
insane. Packers. Because they disappointed me so much last week.
Bro.
I was like, wow, you really screwed my. I would know what the advantage is, but I really have high hopes for Jordan Love and the Packers and Micah Parsons. So I think it will be I do believe the Packers will win out. I don't know what the score will be, but based on that secondary, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a lot to a little. I just don't know how much that lot is.
Yeah,
Join me on the 27-7 bandwagon.
I do think the Cowboys get a score. I just don't know how.
Man, that Dallas secondary is terrible. I think this is a game that I think that for a lot of reasons there'll be a lot of tight end work. So a lot of tight end work. Of course, Dak. Dak is gonna have to rely on Ferd. He's gonna get targeted probably at least 12 to 14 times. I don't know how much Pickens is gonna be able to carry him in this game. But I think on the other end, this might be one of those games where Tucker Kraft eat heavy. If Tucker Kraft was to come out with at least 3 touchdowns in this game, I would not be surprised.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I would not be surprised. I got the Packers 41-17.
Wow.
Yep.
Ooh.
That does sound good though, but that's crazy.
I want to see that. I want to see that play out.
So I guess 48 was too crazy.
I don't like one-sided games. You don't want them.
So I got 4 sacks for Micah, and the Cowboys losing 41-17.
Wow. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
That's probably a little more than I was thinking, but okay.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see what how they greet Micah when he come in, because it ain't his fault he ain't there.
They're gonna cheer for that man.
Yeah, and I would.
Yeah, I think they'll. I think that's when you'll start hearing the Jerry Jones boos.
I thought somebody throw something at Jerry Jones's booth.
Man,
as he deserves.
They have heightened security at Dallas Stadium. And there it is, man. There it is. Another week in the books. Another great week. Some great discussion. We had some good topics this week. Look how all of this plays out. Be some fun games to watch today. I cannot wait. Even some of the games where the teams are not so great. Even your game. 1-2 teams. I'm very interested.
Dang, Dish. That was a backhanded compliment.
That one, I mean, no, I'm very. I know. I'm very interested in the game.
These bad games with bad teams. Hey, Dish, even your team.
No, look, this game is important for me because it lets me know where do my hopes go from here, because it got shook a lot.
Don't do a 30-0 to these people, man.
Please.
I won't be here. I won't be here until the end of the season. That end of the year wrap up shows when I'll pop back in.
Join me on the bench, Steve.
Right. I will 100% pull a Joel. I'll be in the comments. That's all you got from me.
Well, I'll tell you this. If your man can give me that performance he helped, he also was a major reason I got that FanDuel cash last week, Hunter Henry.
Yeah, he was balling.
He was phenomenal last week. I had him in there with Tyquan Thornton and them, man. I went out there and got busy.
I wish I could say
the Minnesota defense, like, man, yo.
I wish our running game was doing half of what Hunter Henry could do.
Yeah, he got busy, for sure.
No doubt, and that's the show. They Joel, let the people know where they can find you, and you got anything coming up.
You can find me at Joel_J27 on Instagram and Twitter. And I got, our Much Ado About Nothing podcast on Wednesdays. We talk some geeky stuff. And then on Thursday, we've been doing some NBA stuff. We're doing 6 Division 6 weeks. We're on our 3rd week. We'll be talking about the Southwest this Thursday. So, yeah. So that's been fun. So, yeah, that's my
That has been fun. Yep.
Yeah.
Didge.
You can find me at Didge D everywhere. I'm also on that Thursday show where we talk the Southwest Division this week. It's been fun talking basketball. Then on Fridays, I do a stream with my buddy Trayvon where we talk the week's tech news. And on Sunday, so actually later today, you can find me on the Geek Set podcast where we talk hip hop and geek culture intertwined.
Nice. So, what you got going on, man?
How y'all be intertwining hip hop and never mind? I'm not even going to. Tune in.
You gotta watch.
Tune in to see.
I got nothing going on, Prime. I don't think this week. Nobody's on this week. But you and I. What were you doing? 1990.
1990.
This week we're doing a SBP 10 1990 our combined favorite 10 songs from 1990, hip hop, of course.
Nice.
Yeah, so we'll chop it up. I think each of us have 15 to 20 songs from that year, and we'll break it down and come up with one list of 10. After that, that's Wednesday at 6 p.m. Then at 7 p.m. is Beat Cypher Wednesday. Producers pull up, beats. Actually, we had some wild guests pop up in the chat. We had Lady Luck pop up in the chat. We had Frankie Cutlers. I was like, what is happening right now? So that was pretty dope. But I don't think I have a guest for this week, but we do have Jaquan from Rock the Bells, who I was talking about earlier, next week. So I'll talk more about that next week. And we might have somebody else, actually. So we shall see.
And of course, you guys know I am Prime SBK. You can always find me here most Sundays, 11 a.m. ish. And I say ish because, black folks ain't never on time. So we ain't going to never really hit, get on right at 11. But it is what it is. Other than that, over on X, of course, at Prime SBK. And we're working on jumping over this show, also start streaming it over on Instagram, but that's a work in progress right now. So mostly YouTube and then the Facebook group, the SBP, that's the Sports Bar Podcast. Other than that, Source told you where I will be around about 6 o'clock-ish on Wednesday. Joel and Didge, look forward to coming onto the show, Joel, and talking some more NBA this Thursday coming up. It's been a blast. I've been appreciating the invite. And we gonna do that. You said what division we doing this year? South. We doing what this week?
Southwest
division. Sounds good to me. So we gonna do that. And other than that, I'm gonna be where I'm at. Don't worry about the rest. So, but until next time, this is the SBP. Everybody enjoy the games, and we'll see you. Peace.
Yeah, Bird gang.
Yuck.